News Press Now Sports, sponsored by United Fiber.
Thank you. Well, the local area boasts a wealth of talented coaches across various sports, all dedicated to shaping champions both on and off the field. This rings especially true in Savannah, where the Savages recently celebrated their former boys tennis coach, Wakefield Hare, for being named the 2023-24 Boys Tennis Coach of the Year. His commitment to the game and his players has not only earned him this prestigious accolade, but has also left a lasting impact on the community. The Savannah Savages boys tennis team recently achieved an impressive second-place finish in Class 1 District 16, highlighted by Cole Horton's victory in the Class 1 Singles State Championship. This remarkable success did not go unnoticed as Misha honored head coach Wakefield Hare with the prestigious 2023-24 Boys Tennis Coach of the Year award. Hare is deeply grateful to his players for dedicating their limited time and energy to the program, as well as to the parents who entrusted him with their children's development and growth in the sport.
I would say the primary feeling was gratitude. It takes a lot of people who care a lot to achieve some of the things we've gotten to achieve. The parents who always gave me full support and trust when I was asking their sons to do some very difficult things, but they trusted the process was producing something great.
The former head coach was drawn to the position after noticing a group of young men constantly practicing on the court during the late summer nights. Intrigued, he became their head coach, eager to share his insights on how to enhance the team's performance while still gaining valuable experience himself. Fortunately, high school tennis doesn't command the same spotlight as some other sports, allowing him the time to find his footing and develop his coaching style.
You have a program that does give some allowance for learning along the way. And I think that helped me a lot. That's probably some of the ground of which the fruits of what we've got to see produce happen because, hey, when you come with a blank slate, you have the ability to think about the sport, think about these boys differently.
Hare recently stepped away from the Savages program, recognizing that his time, like everyone else's, is limited. This transition has afforded him the opportunity to focus on his business and spend more time with his family.
I'm hopeful that even this recognition is happening now. I hope the greatest fruit is yet to come, and just to care not about tennis, not about Savannah tennis, but to care about young people.
While saying goodbye to something you're proud of and have invested so much time and effort into is never easy, Hare understands that this decision was the right one for him and his future.
Perhaps it was this recognition that helped me see, like, hey, if there's something I'm giving myself to make sure I'm not letting the other areas of life not be excellent as well. One recognition, that kind of a sweet ending to this season of life.